Okay, so I wanted to make you a quick little video just to kind of explain some. I started writing up some stuff about this review, but I wanted to just kind of explain the idea. Um, in your post, you say you have a lot of problem when you get a lot of attention, and I think part of that is that you play just a bit too much out in the open, um, and that causes you to get attention because there's nobody to shoot but you. You're making sound because you're shooting, and you're in places that are pretty easy to shoot. So I linked a video to you from Spilo, which is about this idea of a clock. And the basic concept is just when there's a fight, we'll pause it and look at an actual clock. But when there's a fight, basically everyone's kind of in a ring. Like the fight is happening in a ring, and Tracer always wants to be sort of on the outside of the ring and not in the middle of it. And you end up in the middle quite a lot in places where you can't really do that much. Um, the other things I notice just off the bat, and we'll talk about, is it's like rushed pulse bombs. You pulse at the right time, but you don't really take that extra split second to just think through like who's the easiest person to stick and how am I going to do it. And I think honestly, I would just load up a custom game with some bots that don't shoot something hard to stick, like maybe Ana or something, or Lucio, and like I'll charge at 100 and just practice sticking things a bunch of different ways. Do like a blink 90 degree, start the pulse and then blink. That's a different tech. Try tossing it from a distance, like all that stuff. Just practice sticking your pulses. I think you need it because you could get more value from these things. Um, and then the other thing I want you to do is it's related to this clock idea. Is like use flanks a bit more. Use kind of side routes with cover. You kind of default to main, and I think that causes some problems. It like limits what you can do. Like on this point, right? Numbani, this is a really hard point for the attackers to take if it's played correctly, and we're at a rank where it's not really played correctly. Like the Ash should really be up here with a Mercy Pocket. Um, Usually early in a fight. I play in like Masters console. I'm not a tracer specialist exactly, but I do see some things I can help you with. Um, Usually you have some hit scan up here looking to take pot shots or clip a tracer from here, so you have to be aware of that danger. And the main problem is like the point is on this low ground. This high ground's pretty tall and has cover and just like overlooks a point in every route to it, right? And it's really only there's sort of three ways to go, but like a couple of them are pretty crappy. Like you can push main, which is the hardest and the worst. Most teams try to push this high ground, which is like really exposed to that high ground, right? And then the other things you can do on flankers, you can come around, go through the back here, come through this hallway and kind of same route. Come through this hallway, and Tracer could probably like, you could blink across here, go around through the back up the stairs, right? Or come back here, it gives you access to like spawn camp someone, or someone's hanging out back here, say they've been pressured on high ground and drop down, clean up those kills. But it's just really, really, really freaking hard because you need to threaten this high ground. And Tracer, in order to do that, she has to rotate these really long rotations, right? Or if this one's open, like come out here and you can blink across, but it's really exposed, right? Like sometimes you're able to play back here, but it's tough. And so saying all that, the key to this is to apply pressure from two different angles at the same time. Usually as Tracer, you're looking to set up somewhere back here and pressure this high ground as your tank is trying to walk out this door. And maybe there's like a soft push with the tank, like a first little trade of cooldowns, and that gives you your entrance. So usually I personally roll out like through here most of the time. Wait to hear people start shooting so I know they're not looking in my direction, and then blink across either up these stairs, which is fastest, or maybe over here if there's like a specific reason. Okay. So there's like some reasons you don't do that, but it's like it's important to know. Because even though you might say like, oh, these players in my rank, they're not playing this map this way, it's the strongest way to play it. And if you're on the high ground and no one's there, you get the high ground. You can move out. Tracer has a bit of range. You can start just beaming people down from like an angle. You can dive in, like be on the back of the clock, be behind someone, try to one clip them, and if it gets hairy, like recall out, and you're on the high ground again, right? And you become really hard to dislodge. Tracer really is good at controlling these like side areas and basically controlling a flank and then controlling an off angle, right? Now, what I like about your play, I don't mean to be like super negative, is I do like that you spend a lot of time shooting things. I think that's very good. I know Awkward preaches that. Take it or leave it. So I like that since the Diva's here, we're going to poke the Diva a bit and try and force her out. I don't like this blink, though. We come out. Look at this shit. We're supposed to a pocketed Ash. She can just like one-tap you in the head. This soldier is about to be looking here. If they were good players, it would be like up here. Trying to support their diva. That's an easy kill. Or it'd be like up here. That's an easy kill. Right? We're at the beginning of the fight. We really want to be setting up right now. This damage is like bonus. You know, it's just like pre-fight poke. We're not going to kill anything this way. And we also just blink. Like now we have no blinks. I don't know what this blink was even about. I think you just shoot the diva from here and then look to blink. If you want to turn the diva around, which is the right idea, we want to be blinking to here. Or here. Right? Or there's no reason for you to not. Just, you can shoot her from here, right? It's like the little positioning things you need to just think about a little more. Because it'll get you killed a lot. Like we get recall forced. I suppose we get the E-mort out. This is still fine. We're safe. We're poking. Now this is bad. You don't have recall. You know the Ash has been low ground. And we're walking down a straight line at her. Right, look. I don't know what the hell she's doing because she's just AFK, but you should be dead. I guess she's trying to kill. Right. She's just slow and reloading at a done time when she had ammo. And bad. You should be dead. And that's because you're not... Like, even if you blink to here, what are you going to do here? You got a soldier on high ground, you got a BAP, you got an Ash. Right? Here's your mercy. Like, if we do want to pressure this area, and we do want to go main, maybe we come here, and then we kind of could go around the back. But this is what I mean by the clock. We'll get to a part where it's like a better clock, but right there you're just in the middle of the clock. Right here you're in the middle of the clock. With a cleaner team, you're dead before you can recall. Because we're... push into the middle of their team, right? We're like starting to make a clock, so it's like a pretty good thing. Let's say that this is noon, right? Soldiers is at 12. Ash is at 9, right? Mercy's at, I don't know, uh, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, right? 7 o'clock, or 5 o'clock, whatever. Do you get what I mean? It's a circle. You're in the middle of the circle. You want to be on the outside. You want to be coming from here, maybe. Maybe we blink over here and we get to here, right? Or, and then that would like eventually let us get up here. But probably we want to get up to here as quickly as possible. We really want to clear this soldier, or at least be like, setting up, maybe double blink, try and one tap, recall, like back off, pressure from a different angle. We don't want to be in the middle of the clock. It doesn't let us get anything extra done, and it's like super, super risky. So not to harp on it, but it's like this is the biggest problem with your gameplay. Like we have recall, but now I can't do anything. And I don't think other than just shooting things, you're really thinking through this, is what I mean. Like maybe you're thinking Ash is a good target for me. But if so, you want to catch her on the side when she's aiming at something else, right? And in general, you want to be making people turn around from like the main area of your team, your side of the clock, if you will. Right? Here, like Farah cleans up a bit. I like that you play health packs. You do that pretty consistently, and that's good. There's nothing wrong with going back and killing point. The thing I would probably be doing is like, they lost like almost everybody. I'd be worrying about, again, getting to this high ground because of the BAP. Or I would be setting up and trying to use my recall to stop these respawns from coming and supporting these guys and stalling the point out, because it can be stalled and it sucks when that happens. Like if you're waiting here, pretty easy one clip on this soldier here. And instead we're kind of fighting him at a range where he does more damage than us. Right? Like, why do we blink forward into that? He just misses his helix because he sucks. Just check it out from how he sees it. Oh, there's a tracer. You know what I mean? That's the correct blink. You should just double blink to this. Wrap around him. Be on the outside of the clock, right? This is a great position ult. You're set up. You probably want to be a little tighter to cover, or maybe a little over here, and rely on the sound to just hear who's coming up.
Objective A captured.
There's a thing you have to be careful of when you set up for so long here, which is it becomes harder to just hold cover for a bit. Because if they really try to force you out, you recall and you're just in the same place, so you're easy to kill. But I love poking from this little thing. And like it's forward, right? It's like kind of forward into their team, but it's on the outside of the clock, right? And we get forced out. We probably could have like used that time to go up to high ground through those stairs or something like that. Or went back and looked at spawn camp soldier, honestly. Or like there's no reason for us to get forced all the way out there. We had recall, right? Like We could also just stay on the outside of the clock. Maybe you just didn't know where the Zen was. But we could poke it like this angle, right? We could come under the soldier and around the back. The other thing I like to play on Tracer is this whole thing, because there's all this cover to walk for free. You're not worried about getting one tapped, and then you can kind of use these side corridors to then blink in, like try to one tap, one clip, BAP or Ash or something like that. And it has this like back door. That's really what I want you to do is use these flanker routes, the routes on the side of the map, where they're like covered, and then they have these little like ways to like make a rotation and then kind of ambush people. We just kind of default to like main, like where the payload goes way too much. Okay, we'll look at that. I also just want to, I'm trying to do this like quickly, so I just want to like make my point and then maybe just fast forward to some key spots. Like this was a really good moment for a pulse bomb. It's kind of always a good moment, unless it's literally like the last kill, like the last dagger kill. But let's see here. So we get the pulse. I'm going to slow this down. We get the pulse. We see Emort's out. And it dies. I think we're going for the kill on the tank, but our blink distance is off. Like, if we started a stick, if we like started pulse and blinked into her, say it's like delivering it as we go, I think we get the stick. But it's also like dangerous. You're on the inside of the clock again, right? I don't think you've actually seen that this ends up here. But then, like, furthermore, maybe we're going for the BAP. But the least mobile person here is Ash, right? And if you stick behind here, they're going to want to back up. Which is why I was like, holding this is really good. Staying here is really good. Although you have to keep track of the soldier respawn. But she's like super static, right? And also when she ADSs, right? Like, she moves even slower. So it's just like, it's rushed, and then I don't think it's like the right target. I'm not sure if that's what you're going for. This is a great angle. These are the flanks I want you to take like earlier and really try to hold them down. But then we blink like right at the Zen, right? We're here. Well, you just shoot them from here. Right? Well, you just shoot them. They want to back off. They don't have a tank. Like, they don't mech. They have some dudes dead. Your team's trucking down main, right? We cut off their retreat, right? We can just shoot from here. If you want to blink, you could go like, you could like double blink and be back here for when they retreat. Might be a little far. We could rotate high ground maybe. I like that you want to keep up the pressure, but you don't need to blink. And especially at his end, it just makes his shot easier. Right? He already sees you. I think it could have worked if you gotten like if you knew your blink distance a little better and you're a little more behind him. But it's like high risk, low reward, right? You guys are already winning the fight. And you have Discord. I also just think in this game, your Pharah carries you super hard and kind of your tank. Right? That's another one. You know what I'm going to say, right? Look at this. We're like frontlining in the open. We can't shoot the Ash anyway. Bap can kill us if he's good. Our team's back there, right? The place to be is like around here. If you want to pressure here. So that she can't shoot you. Or even safer up here, and then we can go high ground if we want. Or in like another reality where we went around the other way. We could be over here. We could be over here. Here, you need to be a little patient because it's like they have to see there, right? You'd want her to come out a little bit and then blink behind her, right? And then maybe recall back. But do you see what I mean? It's just like, we're just really in the open here. The main thing is this Ashe just kind of sucks. We get the BAP. Like, here's the thing about this game. You're not punished as much as you should be. And you get the BAP there, and that doesn't make it a good play because it was a very risky way to kill him. You could have just as easily killed him from over here, and you wouldn't have risked getting one shot by the Ashe. Especially if you catch a stray from the BAP while you're trying to pressure him. And here we're just like... I'm sorry, this is like sort of the worst part, and then we'll kind of skip a bit. Like, look how long we're just in the open. Right? In the 2 hit scan who have range advantage. We can't do damage to them at this range. They can kill us at this range. And it's fine because your Pharah is like a true gamer. But also, like, why are we just in front of the payload here? And now on top of it, like, there's no cover. These guys can see you at a range that can kill you. You can see them at a range you can't kill them. Right? If we're trying to push payload, do it behind it. Cover. It's like really high risk, like no reward, basically. See, like, this is great because you go in with your dupe. There's no reason you don't, like, do the same thing, just riding the payload, walk to here, you see this outline out there, about to go in, now we blink. If we have to. Right? Which is safe to do because he shoots first, so the soldier's looking at him. Here again. Middle of the clock. Zen could kill you. We want to keep pressuring him. Maybe blink to over here so you can shoot him a bit. You're probably not going to kill him with a Zen or Rubon. And BAP with his cooldowns and whatnot. Maybe if the Doom is pressuring him. But mainly what we're really trying to do is set up for this fight, which is going to happen when the payload gets sorted at the top here. Either we catch this like Zen or something like that and stagger. If you're going to do an aggressive blink, coming all the way here maybe and trying to get the Zen like triple blink, planning the recall, that could work. Go for one clip. Oh, it's bad. As a rush pulse bomb. I like the idea though. I like here, I like that you're staying in. Again though, you're like pretty wide. There's characters that do more damage than you do at this range. You can just shoot the diva from here. Or ideally we're trying to get a different angle than where a team's coming, so we probably blink over here. Try to get the diva to have to decide, do I look this way or this way? It's the same thing like on a lot of tanks. On diva if you're playing her well, for example. But yeah, we can come up here or something like that. And then we have this stuff, which is really strong. Come out here, be really annoying to cast and hide. Come around, right? We even, like, if once they've all respawned, we can come through here, kill these guys. The Zens like to hang out around here, right? We're gonna play around this back stuff. Get yourself like a good position for what's gonna happen next in a fight, right? Oh yeah, I do want to say, just because you see how like the payload, it always gets to around here and then there's a fight. And just because you know that, another like a passive way would be to just like kind of take control of this shit. Keep people off of here. Look to con down through here and then take that flank we talked about. Sometimes when you're stuck here, it's really useful when you come up here to go around this way instead. Where the payload's stuck here, because people span down this hallway, right? And if we can get them to turn around at the right time, that's really valuable. But here, we die because we're just in the middle of the Glock. We're on main. We don't have cover. The 3 people looking at us. Right? I think we see the echo. But with blink, like, right? Look at this. It's just such an easy kill there, right? Like, you get attention because you, like, blink into the middle of them and wave a big come kill me flag. Right? It's not because, like, they're marking you or targeting you or something like that. No reason not to just, like, these guys are all back here. Maybe poke these guys out. The cast is coming forward. No reason not to come here. Look to just, like, shoot the diva. Or wait here, come around. They're going to come forward, right? Look to one-click the Zen. So it's sort of hard to on that. I think like we got the clock right, so I'll just say like clock. So anyway, like another couple things I just wanted to talk about. Fine, whatever. I think we're like in the right idea, but we're like not backing off enough. I think we probably just weren't keeping track of casting. Much better reading there. See, this kind of shit, like going main, that's fine as long as there's no one behind you on a clock, like at the end of a fight. Right? Getting to take the turn around, really great. And here, okay, we killed everyone. Let's set up for the next thing. The payload, we need to think about like, so we won this fight. Where is the payload going to be next? Where there's going to be a fight. And then because of that, it's going to be like here, right? Where are they going to try to set up to contest this? And so where do I need to be where I can like sneak up on them or pressure them out or something like that, right? You'll see a lot of teams say, oh, come out like this way, right? So 2 options. Aggressive is again back to this area somewhere. And you have this mini. Back to this area. We can pressure people from here or around the back here. But they can't see us until they commit. And then maybe we can catch someone hiding in this little corridor. We can also like work our way back here is actually surprisingly strong. If we're like on top of where everyone is and respawns and stuff. And then it's also kind of passive one of like, okay, you're going to come in on that side. I'm going to control this area and look for some sort of opening. Come through here or just kill the people trying to touch. And really like shut down any sort of flank opportunity from this side of the map. Tracer is really good at area control. I like the idea, but like, I don't think you need to blink into them, right? We could have just like checked out what they were doing. Oh shit. Go around this way, right? Now we don't have recall, but we go back in. Very risky. I'm gonna cast. I'll play cast, I guess. You wanted to talk about Tracer, so I'm not super interested in this. fine. We're marking people. I think your playstyle works better in cast is the one thing I'll say, because it's totally valid to just shoot everything in sight. You're actually at a good range for a lot of this stuff. Just some mechanics there. I like that you save roll. That's fine, we didn't kill him. I'm glad that you're like moving on. All good. You didn't tunnel that kill, that was nice. Not much to say about that, it was like pretty standard. Now we're back to this on defense. I'm just gonna check how long I've been talking. I have an hour, okay. So let's see, we're talking about like the clock. I wanted to like maybe if I can see a spot where we're like trying to get something out. I'd like to just talk about like, I guess we kind of talked about like staging, right? Like what routes are good to take, where you're trying to get to and set up for on a map. That's what I'm talking about when it's like, where's the payload gonna be? Where are they gonna be? This is fine. You see your team like all set up here, especially Sig, who's like not that mobile. Probably, there's a few different ways, considering where you rolled out to. We can probably roll out up here. And look to be like over here. This is an unusual hold, but it was like, could work at this rank. We could be in here and waiting for them to come out. Probably over here is the best idea, because it gives us a lot of different options, right? We have the stairs to go up, we can change our level and go down. We can even come around the back if like this Ana is at the tail end of the group, hard scoping at the back of the clock. And there's actually a lot of health packs. I play ball, so I know about these, but I wish the mega. Maybe I don't. Oh, there it is, yeah. There's actually a lot of health packs over here. It's like a weird part of the map that's really interesting, but nobody ever plays at. I don't mind this kind of passive thing, though. Just being like, step into this kill box and we'll kill anyone who comes forward. I'm shooting Genji like the matchup is. We shoot Genji till he deflects. If he uses dash in front of us, we go for a kill. It's all fine. We had to play passive because we probably can't get that guy res. Even this is fine, but then we blink into the middle of the clock, right? Probably you want to poke out this echo. Tracer's a really strong echo counter. Or be on this angle so they can't back up. Right, we're just kind of chasing this one guy. We don't know if he's deflect or not. The better targets would have been Echo with no flight. She really can't get away. Kiri to force out like a TP. Like let's just look at what's going on here. And like your team's starring, I'll say that to be clear. Right, we're just chasing this Genji around and don't really. I guess we could almost kill him there. Kiri's hard to get to because of just like where we're set up. We could have gone up here and blinked across. But we could have also just like killed this Ana and stopped her from doing anything, or killed this Echo. The rule with Echo, if you're on a mobile character and you can see where she lands, there's your flight, middle of your team. I get that, like, maybe if we blinked melee or something like that, we could have killed this Genji. But she just lands here. Like, and you have a shield here too. Like, you could just kill this. Always be just trying to look for the easiest kills, right? I don't mind this wraparound though. But you're like, it's like you're fighting a 1v1 with this Genji, but then you're like, wind up in these positions where like Echo could just blast you here, or Kiri could kill you if she was not a heal bot. I'm talking too much about this, like playing in the open thing. It's just, you do it all the time, right? Just didn't anticipate the Genji combo. He really is going to look to get you, you know, 2/3 health and then try to dash you, or dash melee you. We didn't really need to die there. We needed to fall back, see that our guy was back, and then take a fight on a point. Fine stick. Again, the trick to like winning this point is stopping these people from pushing through this very hard place if they're gonna play this dumb. Like, I'd be pressuring the Ana here. Away from them. And then I could maybe like roll back on them, right? Or contest the point. So now we're thinking, okay, we killed, did we kill anyone? Like, did we kill enough people? Like, because we killed Doom, right? We killed enough people that, we killed someone. The walkbacks are about the same on this point. When did our guys die? Do we have enough to get a stall going? As Tracer, it's always your job to touch if you can. Like, set up for that. So I would get this health pack, and I would probably go this way. There's another health here, if we haven't gotten our healing kicked in. And there's like one... We saw the Sombra up here earlier, so this might be dangerous, but 2 ways to stall, kind of. Or we could... I think with the response, it's not as good, but we could like come back to where it came. Right, we see our team. We should be thinking about getting out stall on. But this is like the least sneaky route to do it, right? And just gonna be like, you know, we're just playing main, right? This is kind of dangerous right now. This is fine. I'd wait for them to come a little forward and I'd be looking to get like here-ish. Or again, with that rotation, we could be up above them. We kind of blink into a Kiri rush. Here we're just, yeah, good cleanup. I was gonna say, so we're looking to just get the debuff on everyone who's lifted. Or get people below half, as many as we can. Somewhere kind of feeds. Junker Queen, yeah, we can kind of like space her. Very dangerous way to do this pulse. Middle of the clock. Right? Easier pulse target here too, by the way. Middle of the clock. And we're like in front of any potential cover here. And it was like a blind blink, right? Where does Sig go? Let's just like force this guy out. I don't want to go through like everything. I'm gonna just like keep going. Again, we're just like on main. This is the moment I want to talk about. There's a few moments like this in the game. I'm just going main. That's a good place to go to. I like that you're stalling payload. But there's no reason to like... We're here, Orion dies. Fine. No reason not to just like wait. Try to kill this Ana. We kind of blink when we don't need to. There's no reason, what I was trying to say is there's no reason not to just like contest the payload from behind it and be annoying until they really all turn around and then like get over here or something like that. Try to get away and be ready to like contest at the end. We really, really want to get a fight with a payload here. Some sort of stall because our spawn distance is okay into this. Oh, this is very attacker favorite. Here again, we're playing like we're never gonna kill any of these guys in a million years. It's fine to keep the debuff on a Drucker Queen. It's annoying for her. But we just need to play here, and so that way nobody can see us until they're in a range where we do a lot of damage to them. And that's maybe the simplest way to think about it. This choke, really hard to hold unless Tracer, you're able to provide some sort of pressure on like the other side of it. Right? But a lot of the time you have a Ryan and they're gonna struggle with this like once the card gets like up a bit, like this little halfway distance and taking this corner is gonna be real hard for them. Right? This is great going in. I think that's a rush pulse. It's fine. I think you just default the tank a lot. I like that you back off here. And get out of dodge. I think that's good. I like that you get value and you get out. I like that you saw the carry come in and you're like, no way. Nice job. Here, unless we know Genji can't get away from us with his, he doesn't have dash and he doesn't have deflect, like, unless he's really trying to take a fight with you, it's just more productive targets. We should be pressuring this Ana right now. She's way too far up. That's fine too. I don't mind going for that. Crazy game though. Here we want to like probably like the payload wasn't gonna get to the end. We want to save our blinks. So we come out. Maybe we use one. We come out. We want to get as close as we can to the payload, so we can have as many blinks as possible when we're contesting the payload to stall it, to like juke attacks, right? Middle of the clock, right? I know it's like I really want to contest a payload, but Ryan's already out, Ryan is going to defend it. Like, it's going to be hard for them to go through the Ryan, right? So either we help him and just shoot anyone walking forward, passive, or we look to go around here. With stalls, it's always this person like in the back who can just hard scope that is going to make it the hardest for you guys to retake the point. I like that you blink back here. I wish we'd gotten there sooner and didn't just get recalled immediately. This is great pressure. We want to be looking and checking if our team's pushing up or not, though. We get them and go back. That's great. Here we just like, oh, we went too far. We heard the Junker Queen all go out. We need pressure now. I don't mind grabbing the health back. You probably could have just gotten this one. But just keep pressuring anyone you can see in the back here who's lagging behind. As long as we at least trade in this situation, we win. Here we need to start worrying about contesting. Good kill. We need a contesting. Good stick. Around here, I was like, don't you guys just win this? You have like 3 ults, they have none. That's unfortunate. You know. The thing about that is like, yeah, your teammates are throwing, but there's a lot of mistakes you're making too, right? And it's just, especially as we learn more about the game, it's really easy to start spotting our teammates' mistakes. But the trick is to spot your own mistakes and fix those, because that's the only thing you can really control. Your teammates are just gonna, they're just like the enemy team. They're gonna give you something, and it's your job to play around it. Like if your Ryan just tries for pins like all the time, right, and dies a lot because of it, like, okay, that sucks. Is there a way I can do something to use that? Like, can I start going early and turn people around towards me so they don't see him coming in with a pin, something like that, you know? It's just like the best mental for it. I like that you take here. We just hold this. We know Sombra sees us. We just hold this. We probably didn't need to recall. We need to be on the Sombra a bit more with Orion. Like, their only hope is to get behind him. That happened to like... He gets outplayed. Right there. Let's try and at least force the Sombra out. Right, you should always be listening for a gun. It sounds like really distinctive. And don't mind trying to follow up with the with your own Sombra. This Genji's crazy good. We're good for the rank. We needed to be thinking about saving shit to contest. It all happened really fast. But this was still winnable. You had 2 more ults. Wow, game. Okay, we get 2 minutes on attack. Again, we need to set up on this point, right? I think it's just like more of the same. right? We don't know what they have. We need to figure out what they have. We're still doing the same shit. Like, why is this your rollout? You see how this is bad? You're just not able to do anything there. We're shooting Winston. And it's like, here's the thing. Because we keep blinking into here. Even if we get control of this, well, what do we do with this? Like, get your foot in the door, but what the fuck do you do with your foot, right? We still need to walk into this kill box. Yeah? Like, imagine if you'd been over here earlier with this on it, the dumbest place on the universe. We come in there. We scope out the no one's on the high ground, we come here. We could try to kill the Bastion once he uses turret mode, right? We're just not really creating pressure. Like, we're shooting the Winston in a place where the Ana can just hard scope him. Now we're looking here. This is good. This is much more productive than the entire first minute of the game. But now we're back on the tank. That's fine. I probably would have recalled just to get the high ground back. It's so hard to take it. So I guess that habit is a little blinking towards people you're trying to fight. And like, we kill the tank in this moment.
Smashing.
Great for us. We got these guys to move. This is where you could have won this. We get turret form out. That's value too. Okay, great. We don't want any part of that. We see these isolated. Great, we blink back. Kill him there. I think in low ranks, a lot of people are like, oh, we gotta kill, go, 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 go. It's like, no, we have a good situation right now. Let's like stabilize it for a second. Let's play slow for a sec. We used a bunch of shit to like kill this guy. Let's get in a better place. So like a recall back here would have been fine. Going around a flank route would have been fine. Something to set up to make these guys, they're all on main. They're all in this kill box. And we just like solidify our gains here. Like you take that sleep because you blink right at the Ana in the middle of the point, right? Like our Sojourn is the right idea here, which is to kill anyone not on main. I like what you're doing, but you're playing through the middle. I wonder if you've seen Awkward's thing, because he does that, but he does it a lot smarter than that. Like, if this space is free because they're all backing up, sure, I'll go main. But he's pretty quick to, like, outlet. Here, you know, even here. And he knows who's looking at him and who can shoot him at any time. Which is why, like, it looks really aggressive. But this tracking is also really good. And so it kills things so fast that it a little doesn't matter. Right? And we've just been like a little more conservative. And it's like, you know, I'm not saying it's your fault. Like, your whole team does this too. It's a, like, metal rank problem. But on Tracer, we have a lot of agency. We blink straight at a Bastion, right? And why are we just blinking main? Like, what is that going to get you? I guess you have pulse? We need to be thinking about, we really, really need to touch the point. We need to be going around here. They're all overextended. You can even just touch cart and they, like, someone will come back. They'll all come running back and then your team is space, right? So it's just like the risk reward thing. It's like stay in the middle of the clock, practice your pulses, um, and think about like in like learn the maths a little better in terms of just like what are some flank routes I can do? Um, how can I stay on the outside of the clock and minimize who can see me, and then the people I can see, like they're at a range I can do a lot of damage to, right? It's not always good to just zap everyone you see. Sometimes you don't want them to pay attention to you yet, right? Because you can't do damage to them yet. So hope that helps, and yeah, let me know if you have questions.